Hey, it's Glad Ghoul Toys. I hope you're having an awesome day. Be kind to animals and go outside and watch the clouds and then come back in and make some toys. So I thought I would do a video just briefly about why use a pressure pot, because they're expensive. They are kind of tricky to use. You have to be careful. They take up space and room. It's complex. Can't you just make toys without a pressure pot? You absolutely can. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a few seconds. But I wanted to try to help you understand why pressure pots really are important. And I've struggled with it for a long time, trust me. And now I have a pressure pot and I'm very happy. And I'll explain why. But anyways, why use a pressure pot when you're casting resin toys? Because of this, no bubbles. So if you've made toys without a pressure pot, you're likely to get little bubbles. And I'm sure I'll talk about them another time, but bubbles are a pain in the butt. Because, yes, here you go. So this is cast without pressure. You're liable to get these. So you have a nice sculpt. Imagine this as like a nice complete sculpt, but then you get these little bubbles, these little flaws, these little chunky spots that come out, little bubbles that are a problem. And that's because you're not using pressure. The pressure pot pushes things down, pushes it inward, and that makes those bubbles really tiny, like microscopic, and you can't see them, and then no bubbles. But when you're not using a pressure pot, you get this. What do you do then? Well, then you got to do this. You got to patch it so you can get some material. I'll talk about it sometime. You mix it up and you patch any of your little flaws. Okay, no problem. Then you got to prime it. So you spray it with a prime paint that'll stick to resin, stick to your plastic, which isn't an easy thing, but it can be done. But you got to now prime it. You put a primer coat of paint on it, and then you can paint that thing up and it'll look lovely. That's awesome. So you can absolutely do that, and you can get something like this. This is a piece of mine. I sculpted this dude here. He's sort of like a classic, I guess, like 1960s, 1970s Halloween devil character. So I sculpted this, cast it in resin. There you go. See that resin that's underneath there? That's the color that it was to begin with. It was this white color. Okay. Then patched any little flaws that were on it, just like I showed here, patched it. Then I put a primer on it, and then I painted it. And that's cool, and I'm happy with it. But it does take time, and it's kind of a hassle. And if you want to have plastic that's colored, like this dude, it's really hard because your bubbles are going to cause problems and you're not going to be happy with it, and your friends and your families won't like it, and your dog will bark, and terrible. Anyways, no, it's not true. You could get by and it's okay, but if you don't want bubbles and you want to do colored plastic, it's really hard. So you have to do a whole bunch, and sometimes you make mistakes with them and you can't use those ones, and then you try to do it again. Finally, you get one without bubbles. So you're kind of wasting your materials as well. So it's kind of a hassle as well. So not having bubbles is a good thing. To make something like this as well, so here's the mold for this guy. Okay, so this was the mold that I created for this character. It's a 2-part mold. Okay, and so there's the shape. You can see the character shape there. It's a complex process. You put a lot of work into it. You want to do a good job with it. This all takes time. It all costs materials, right? And then you want to get something that's coming out that's as good a quality as you can get it to be. And if it's got bubbles, then you might be disappointed. If you're casual and having fun and you're loving what you're doing and making fun little toys and you're okay with those bubbles, then that is absolutely okay. It's just if we're talking about approaching things in a different way, where you want to be a little more next level, I guess, with things, that would be the reason. So I hope that's clear. I hope that's sort of a rationale, I guess, if we had to say, as far as why you would want to invest in a pressure pot. So I know it's a big thing, and it really sort of kept me away for a long time. I've been doing molding and casting for a long time with puppets and other stuff. I do animation. I do stop motion animation, and so I've been doing simple molding and casting for a long time, and I've stayed away from the pressure pot. Now I'm loving toys, I'm all in, and I'm really happy to have a pressure pot. So I hope that gives you some better understanding of things. And don't forget, let me just do this as well, folks. I hope that is helpful to you, and I hope that it gives you something to think about and maybe helps you realize a little bit more about the world of toys. So don't forget, please find me here. Okay, like this video, subscribe, make a comment, everything else, that would be great. But please don't forget, come and find me on Instagram. There I am, I'm waiting for you. And I post lots of stuff of pictures of my toys, and I share lots of stuff from the toy community. There's a lot of really great custom toy makers out there. So you can find all of that on Instagram. And here's a little drawing for you. Let's see, it's, we'll do a little house. There's a little chimney. There's smoke coming out of the chimney. There's the front door. And there you go. Okay, so come on in to Glad Ghoul's Instagram account. Okay, I'll post fun stuff there. Have a good day.